If you're seeing all these new Model 3s driving around with that gorgeous ambient lighting and you feel like you're missing out, you gotta watch this video.
I just gotta check, 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 check. Always gotta.
All right, welcome back to the channel. Dan here from Tesla. So the trend with Tesla is obviously to have ambient lighting. The new Model 3 has it. The Model Y refresh will eventually have it. It's also in the Model Ys in China, as well as Cybertruck. So eventually all Teslas will have that gorgeous ambient lighting. But what to do if you don't have a new Tesla? Well, there is an option. My good friends at Yeslak sent me over their version of the ambient lighting kit. So let's go ahead and open this up. So with this kit, you get a little strand here. This is going to go, I believe, just above the wireless pad. You then have a center console, so I think it goes around the trim piece. So you got that. Then you have the power supply line. So you plug this in, I believe, just in the door panel. You got some tools and that's a dashboard. Oh yeah, so this is the dashboard. So it's going to run a long dash. So there's three options. I'll probably do all three. We'll see how it looks. But I'm definitely excited for the one that goes along the dash. Gives it. It's got. I don't think it's gonna, you're gonna see the actual light. Maybe you should check down, but it's gonna give a bit of a glow, as opposed to like the refresh has. You can actually see it's like a. You can actually see the LED strip. So this will be more of a glow style of ambient lighting. So you also have the installation guide. So there's a video, so I'm going to check that out before I do the install, so I know what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and do that. Before I do though, please take a second to subscribe. Really helps the channel grow, so go ahead and subscribe. We're just going to take this and we're kind of wedge it. Just kind of wedge it into this little gap here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but there is a gap that you'll see just in between where kind of like the vent meets the top of the dash. All right, from here, we are going to wedge this back here. And we're going to pry open this little guy right here. So once that's open, we're just going to wedge this guy into here. And just work it down below like that. All right, so that's hidden. And then we're going to put the panel back. And then you're going to run the wire in between these two panels. Take a couple pry tools and you just want to kind of make a gap in between them. And once you stuff the wire in there, it's really easy. You don't really have to fight too much with it and just work its way across and towards the center console. And then once you're at the center console, you're going to tuck the wire in between this piece of trim. All right, so now let's do the wireless pad. So I'm just going to stick it in here first to kind of see exactly where it's going to go. This one does have an adhesive, so we're just going to remove a little bit of that and kind of like just stick it in here. I think it looks good. Don't really need a tool for that. Just kind of use your hands, see where it goes. Once I'm think it's good like that, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the adhesive and just kind of push it back in there and hopefully it sticks. So with that cable, we're going to tuck it in on the passenger side of this trim. And again, with both cables, run them all the way to the back, and then that's where everything is going to hook up. So with the center console light, you'll see this little part, that's the LED strip, and this part you tuck in to the little gap here. I've already started, so all you have to do is kind of tuck it in, and this is really the only hard part here. If you need help, you just need to kind of push this in a bit, like so. I just gotta work it. And other than the corners, this part just goes really easy. Once you make your way across, you just feed the rest of it through here, and then it'll connect through the back. You might not have this screen, so you're just going to be a little different. You're just going to basically pull this off, like so. All right, so let's remove this panel. It's pretty easy. Now, all right, yeah, let's just get this panel out of the way. Now, you're going to see these two connectors. They're both blue. Now, obviously, I have that rear screen connected, so that's why mine look made different than yours. But essentially, you're going to take the connection for the lights and plug it into the blue connector. So let me just get this one off. And if you have a rear screen or something else plugged in, you can just daisy chain them. It does work. All right, once we unscrew this, you can take off that top panel, and this will give you access to the vent where we're going to kind of hide all the wires. Again, like I have all these wires, you're not going to look like this because I have that rear screen. You take this guy, and with into this one. There we go. Stuff this back in here. This wire is going to go up here. So we're going to connect to this. So it's going to be power in. They're all labeled, so you got power, dashboard, charging pad, and a spare one. This is going to go power. So this is the dash. And then this one here is a charging pad. There you go. You see how it already works. Okay. So you're also going to take that QR code and scan it so that you give access to the app. So this is the app. First off, my one complaint about the app is it's confusing. There's not a lot of instructions, or you see RGB, LED, and DMX up here. I don't know what DMX is, that's the wrapper or whatnot. But if you just want to pick one color, you're good to go. So you got red, you got green, blue, white, yellow, and pink. You can add all the other ones, whatever specific color you want. We then have orders the modes. So if you go to RGB, so this is affecting the center console lights. It doesn't touch the other two. To go to DMX, that's how we get the up there. However, the two they're different modes, so you can't get them to do both the same thing, which I find annoying. And then we have music. So this is synced to my voice. Hello. 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 So you can see how I'm talking. It's like going all the way across there. So there's like 100 different modes to choose from. So this is like red, green, and it's going through and it's flashing a little bit. You can jump, breathe, flash, gradient. Like I said, there's 100 different modes. If you go back to the thing, there's countless of other options in case you want. So, you can explore that. Like there's what, 100, 164, holy, there's 210 different modes. So, you can explore that all you want, but if you just want a standard red or a solid color, that's your good options here. So with the three different lightings, so this is the center console. It's kind of like a LED tube running across all the way along there. So you see there. And then from here, this is the charging pad. Now, obviously it gives off a glow. But from where I'm sitting, you see below here, you can see that's where the LED, you can actually see the LED strip. If we go to the dash, so this is my view right now, it's basically a glow from the LED light that's kind of like hitting off the bottom portion of the air vent. But if you go a little lower, you'll see that's the actual LED strip. That bright yellow thing is the LED strip, but you don't really see that unless you really put your head down. So my thing with the three different lighting options is that they're all three different lighting styles. So one, you have a reflective glow. The other one, you can kind of see the LED strip, and this one is a lighting tube. So I'm not a big fan of the contrast. Number one rule I have for reviewing products on this channel is if it's about a product, I will not do a video for it. So you'll never see me either saying it's either yes, I recommend this product, or no, I don't, because the no, I don't products don't get reviewed. So all products that you're going to see on this channel, I basically recommend, and I will try to give you my honest opinion in terms of stuff that I do like and stuff that I don't like. Because honestly, what I don't like, someone else might like, and vice versa. So I just try to give an honest opinion, and you guys can decide for what you guys want. So as far as the Yeslak Ambient Lighting Kit, now, I'm going to take it out in three parts because there's basically three different sections to this lighting kit. So the first off is the dash, and I love the dash. It is awesome. It is very easy to install. It's very forgiving because it's basically an ambient lighting. So it's almost like a reflective light. So you don't actually see the actual LED strip. So it's very forgiving in terms of you don't have to necessarily be very precise. As long as it's tucked in there, you'll get that glow and it'll look even. It's all good. And that glow is spot on. It's awesome. I love it. All the colors look good. So there's that. So moving on to the wireless pad. Now this one is a little bit different because yes, it is still in ambient lighting in terms of you're going to get that reflective glow. However, at certain positions, you can see that LED light. When you're driving, I still see it. And it's a little nitpicky in terms of trying to get that lined up properly because one, the adhesive kind of wore off a bit. So I'm finding myself kind of sticking it back every once in a while. So that's the only part I don't like about that wireless charging pad one. Now moving on to the center console wrap. Now this one's different entirely. It's not an ambient light. It's actually an LED strip that you're putting around your center console. And it's really hard to get a nice rounded edge around the corners. So I found that to be difficult. You really got to work your way around it. So it's very nice. It's just that it doesn't match the other two styles. The benefits of this package is you can do either all three, just one, or just two, whatever you want. You can kind of put in whatever you want. My one biggest complaint with this product is the app. It's if you just want straight colors, it's great. You got blue, green, whatever you want, just straight up normal colors. It's awesome. However, if you want any sort of like all the other stuff, like you want fancy lights, the app is kind of confusing and cumbersome. Like there's almost like 200 options for some of the things. And the other thing I don't like is that the dash and the wireless pad lights, they have different setups than the center console. So you have different, they're independent of each other. So not a fan of that. But if you're just sticking to one straight solid color, it's fine. It'll do what you want to do. So yeah, that is my review of the Yeslak Ambient Lighting Kit. I do recommend it. It's a pretty easy product to install. Those are my thoughts on it. So take what you want from that. If you want to get yourself the Ambient Lighting Kit, head over to yeslak.com and use promo code NortonTesla for 20% off. That is a big savings, so take advantage of that. All right, thanks for watching. If you like this video, found it helpful, give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss videos which I release about every week or so. Tons of awesome Tesla content, how-tos, tips and tricks, product reviews like this. And yeah, you're going to get some awesome content. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss videos. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week. In the meantime, drive safe and drive electric. Now, moving on to the wiring pad, or sorry, moving on to the charging pad one. Now, so moving on to the charging pad. This one, it's an ambient lighting. So moving on to the charging pad. Now, this one's a little different than the dashboard, so moving on to the wiring pad.